so all could see and witness the changing of leadership. This symbolic tradition has survived throughout military history. The modern ceremony continues to announce to all the authority of the incoming commander in the finest of military traditions. Today, the reins of responsibility and leadership for the 944th Operations Group will pass from Colonel Trena Savageau to Colonel Brett Comer. The guide on bear is the Superintendent of the 944th Operations Group, Senior Master Sergeant Jacqueline Flores. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem, and the invocation.
If it is your desire, please join me for a moment of prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing us with a wonderful day to have this change of command ceremony. We thank you for choosing leaders with integrity who ably lead the mission, who motivate us in our work, and ultimately promote freedom in the world by leading great airmen. We humbly ask your blessing upon Colonel Trena Savageau and Colonel Brett Comer as they pass between them the guiding of command. As it passes, strengthen them both in the task to which you have called them. Thank you for the leadership of Colonel Savageau and what she has shown in the 944th Virginia. You gave her the grace to complete her mission with excellence as she took care of our airmen, our operations group, and our Air Force. Be with her as she moves to her next assignment as our Vice Wing Commander. Bless her with continued success. Thank you for the continued support of her husband, the Beast, and children, Kobe and Luke. Thank you for blessing us with the arrival of Colonel Comer. You blessed him with a well mission completion and leading the 301st Operations Support Squadron. Be with him as he takes command of the 944th OG. Guide him as he leads them to new heights of excellence. As you did with Colonel Savageau, grant him an abundance of strength and wisdom. Give us the commitment to serve Colonel Comer well, forging combat-ready airmen, and to continue the tradition of excellence. Thank you for the continued support of his bride Louise, children Gabby, Grace, and Gavin, and the wonderful stewardship of his parents, Lynn and Jack. Thank you for never-ending love, strength, courage, and guidance, keys that unlock the full potential of this outstanding squadron. Group, I pray for our members who are deployed. Keep them safe and resilient. I pray for their families and friends and colleagues. Help them prepare us for their return. In the Lord's name I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Honor Guard, Ms. LaRonda Lee, and that beautiful rendition of the national anthem, and Chaplain Morente for your inspirational words. There are a number of individuals we'd like to recognize this morning, starting with the guests of the official party. Accompanying Colonel Van Brunt is his wife, Laura. Accompanying Colonel Savageau is her husband, Lieutenant Colonel retired Brian Savageau, or the Beast, and their children, Luke and Colby. Accompanying Colonel Comer is his wife, Louise, their children, Gabby, Grace, and Gavin, his father, Jack, his mother, Lynn, and close friend, Colonel Matt McDonough, who was accompanied by his wife, Jana, and Lieutenant Colonel retired Russ Shin, who was accompanied by his wife, Kelly. We would also like to extend a warm welcome to our honored guests and the outstanding leadership from across Luke Air Force Base in attendance today. The Command Chief, 944th Fighter Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Aaron Buchanan. The Vice Commander, 56th Fighter Wing, Colonel Luke Casper, accompanied by his wife, Christy. The Command Chief, 56th Fighter Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Weimer. The Honorary Commander, 944th Operations Group, Karen Hanks. The Honorary Commander, 944th Operations Group, Kate Houghton. Finally, we would like to welcome all of the group and squadron commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, Fighter Country Foundation and Blue Blazer team members, Lockheed Martin team members, honorary commanders, family members, squadron members, Thunderbolts, and others who are unable to physically attend but are virtually watching the ceremony today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, 944th Fighter Wing, Colonel Mark Van Brunt.
Now, there we go. Sorry, the one vocal cord won't work without the microphone. Good morning, happy Friday. Welcome to this change of command that's going to be followed by the activation of the 52nd Fighter Squadron. Today is a glorious day. I want to thank a couple people as well, Rodney and his protocol team, for helping out and coordinating the event with Lieutenant Colonel Wingman and his team. Thank you to the Honor Guard, Ms. Lee for the rendition of the national anthem, and Chaplain Morente for the prayer and inspirational words. I also want to welcome our distinguished visitors, Chief Buchanan, Colonel Casper, Christy, Chief Weimer, Bonsai, Colonel Archer, Colonel Aikens, the rest of the chiefs, and group commanders. Thank you for being here and welcome. To honor group commanders, Karen Hanks and Kate Holman, welcome. And the rest of the honorary commanders, Fighter Country Foundation members, Blue Blazers, Lockheed Martin team members, Red Tails, specifically Colonel Oliver and Colonel Veskels. Let's say it correctly. There you go. Sorry, and the rest of the distinguished guests, and most importantly, all the werewolves, ninjas, and coyotes in attendance today. To the Beast, L Beast, Ryan, whatever we're calling you right now, I'm not sure. Welcome, Luke, Colby. Thanks for being here, and then finally to Taj's family. Louise, Gabby, Grace, Gavin, welcome. Mom, Lynn, Dad, Jack, thank you for making the trip. Brother Jonathan, brother-in-law Jonathan, thank you for being here. Bitch and Jana, great to see you again, along with Russ and Kelly Shen. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate you being here. It's great to have everybody here. It's a testament to your level of support for traveling this far, coming here and spending your time for both Hack and Taj to spend your time with us to celebrate this moment. The Air Force has been tasked to increase readiness and prepare to fight against near-peer adversaries. General Brown's given us orders to accelerate change or lose. The 944th is a group of elite citizen airmen whose mission is to forge combat airmen and fight with our agile combat support team. The Operations Group fits squarely in the forge part of that mission. As we mold elite fighter pilots and intel warriors to fight our fights that our nation asks us to do. Hack, you've done a tremendous job leading this operations group over the last 2 years. In the middle of this global pandemic, the operation group hasn't missed a beat. You've led one squad, 3 deaths, and 1 flight across 3 geographic locations. Ensuring they are resourced and have the ability to train the Air Force's newest F-16 and F-35 fighter pilots. You foster relationships within our TFI partnerships. Here at Luke and also across 10th Air Force in Africa, as you grew F-35 instructor pilot manning by 100%, furthering production of pilots for our Air Force and partner nations' most advanced fighter aircraft. You crushed the UEI in 2019, ensuring Wing's overall excellent rating. You've been instrumental in the conversion of the Det 2 in the 52nd Fighter Squadron, which we're going to see here in just a bit. That's a pretty cool feat. You've been the continuity during my transition, and have taken over the leadership and mentorship role amongst those 6 group commanders. You did all this while continuing to be the best mom and wife to your amazing family. The work-life balance is important to reservists to understand, and you have mastered it. I know you can't do this without the proper support of your family. Beast, I appreciate all that you do and all that you've done to support Hack and the 944th family. Luke and Colby, your mom's a rock star. I know we've asked a lot for you to sacrifice over the years, and we really appreciate your support. Hack's been working as my advice the last 2 months, and absolutely crushing it. I'm looking forward to continuing to work with you as my advice, and truly appreciate the knowledge and expertise that you bring of this wing. You've been instrumental in a smooth transition for me and my family, and I thank you for that. I really appreciate the leadership that you've done for the operations group. Thank you. To Taj, welcome. I appreciate you and Louise and the family stepping up to take this challenge. It's going to be an adventure, and it's going to be exciting. I'm truly excited to get the opportunity to work alongside you again. Louise, Gabby, Gavin, Grace, thank you for your support and sacrifice. I know this move the last couple of weeks especially has not been easy, but I appreciate your patience, your grace, and your willingness to step up and take on this challenge. Taj, I have full confidence in your ability to lead this operations group. I'm excited about you creating a new strategic vision for the group, looking out to 2025 and 2030, teaming up with our TFI partners here at Luke, working on their 2030 vision. Figuring out where we can be a force multiplier to help out that 2030 vision. I expect you to lead through mission command. I'm going to give you some left-right boundaries, and then I'm going to get out of your way, and I want you to run with it. You have an amazing, extremely talented team of instructor pilots, intel warriors, and support airmen. Empower your airmen, foster their growth while encouraging diversity through thought and inclusion to get after innovation and leave your group better off than when you get it here in just a moment. You're going to be tasked to train the Air Force's newest elite fighter pilots for both our Air Force partner and allied nations. Make sure that they're forged, ready to fight against that near-peer adversary if they're called to do so. Lastly, I want you to be proud of that reserve patch that you wear. Represent it proudly, foster that reserve culture as you go on in this, leading this group. Congratulations to you and Louise once again. And with that, let's get on with the ceremonies.
Thank you, Colonel Van Brunt. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as Colonel Van Brunt will now present Colonel Savageau with the Legion of Merit. Attention to orders. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 16 January 1969, has awarded the Legion of Merit to Colonel Trena Savageau for meritorious service 12 April 2019 to 6 July 2021. Colonel Trena Savageau distinguished herself by exceptionally meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander 944th Operations Group, 944th Fighter Wing, Luke Air Force Base, Arizona, from 12 April 2019 to 6 July 2021. During this period, the exemplary ability, diligence, and devotion to duty of Colonel Savageau were instrumental factors in the resolution of many complex problems of major importance to the Air Force. Colonel Savageau led and grew a premier organization training F-16 and F-35 pilots in 3 squadrons and 2 geographically separated locations. She skillfully orchestrated the 944th Operations Group F-35 instructor pilot increase of 100% that bolstered fighter pilot production for the active duty Air Force, multiple partner nations, and the Air Force Reserve Command. Furthermore, Colonel Savageau reauthored a 14-year-old association plan defining active duty and Reserve Command pilot responsibilities, solidifying manning and resource proportion allocations in both the F-35 and F-16 mission sets at Luke Air Force Base. She also authored operating memorandums of understanding between 4 operations groups, ensuring an enduring reserve presence at Luke, Holloman, and Eglin Air Force bases. Having not been accomplished in over 10 years, she planned and executed reserve heavy flying drill periods, leveraging her relationship with the active duty while increasing readiness throughout the entire fighter wing. Additionally, Colonel Savageau was vital in the wing's overall effective grade during the 2019 Air Force Reserve Command Unit Effectiveness Inspection, showcasing the highest mission execution effectiveness in the fighter wing. Finally, Colonel Savageau epitomized service before self as a traditional reservist by acting as a 944th Fighter Wing Commander and Vice Wing Commander during leadership absences. During a 2,000-plus human organization ran flawlessly throughout budget constraints, coronavirus disease 2019, and other world events. The singularly distinctive accomplishments displayed by Colonel Savageau reflect great credit upon herself and the United States Air Force. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the Commander, 944th Operations Group, Colonel Trena Savageau.
Good morning, everyone. I want to start by thanking, I believe that nothing is possible without God's hand, so I want to thank Him for all of us being here today, for all of us being safe and healthy, and as I look out on the ramp of some beautiful F-16s, it kind of makes me smile too, so thank you. Because it's super hot, I'm not going to reiterate all of the welcomes that Colonel Van Brunt did, but I really do thank everybody in the front row, all of our mission partners, our honorary commanders, Blue Lakers, Tuskegee Airmen, everybody that are here to support the Ops Group and the 944th. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks to Miss Lee, I don't know where she went for the national anthem, and for Chaplain Lorente for the invocation. I also want to say welcome to the OG honorary commander and one of my old 69th commanders. It's really good to see you guys here. Thank you for all your support that you've given me and the pilots and the Ops Group over the last few years. Smash, thanks for the kind words. I think the 10% truth rule for fighter pilots really does apply, but thank you. I look forward to working with you over the next year or so. I lied, I said I wasn't going to talk about the front row, but I do want to say thanks to Shaft for your friendship and your mentorship. And to Bonsai and Rita, thank you guys so much. You guys have meant more to me in this job, and Amy, who I don't think is here. Your friendship and our partnership in this mission has meant a lot to me, so thank you guys. So the other group commanders from the 944th, I can't believe we've all made it this far and we never got fired, so thank you for being my partners in crime and trying to solve as many problems as we can, or create as many problems as we can as we move forward. For anybody that knows the people in the OG, you'll know that we have the best staff, bar none. I know they're all here, but I can't tell who people are with their masks. And by staff, I mean CSS, our admin, and everybody who takes care of all of us surly, grumpy, crusty fighter pilots in the OG. They're really the most professional people. They do their job with passion and love, and there's probably in the 7 years that I've worked closely with the OG staff, both in the squadron and at the OG, I don't think I've ever had to ask them to do their job once. That's how much initiative and proactiveness this group has. And they do it with love. They love us all, even though sometimes we have bad days. Specifically, Jackie, Marta, and Adam, who we've been with for a long time, but all of their staff, Karen, Ray, Sully, TJ, everybody that's out there, and even the people I'm forgetting to mention, but especially the first three. We've been through a lot together. Jackie's over there trying not to smile, I could tell. Not only have we worked together, but they've become friends and family, and they're one of the main reasons I'm going to really miss leaving the OG. So I promise I'm not going far, and I'm probably still going to bug you guys a lot. I am going to miss working with you every day. To the dog pound, all the deputies that I've worked with over the last 2 years, hopefully I don't forget anybody. Nails, who isn't here anymore, but Thumper, Rub, Balls, Coma, Chippin, Buck, Hooligan. Even my husband, who moved out of the job before I took over, all you guys have been instrumental in helping me not to get fired, for keeping me calm when I was going to get in trouble, and for getting me fired up when I needed to put a little bit more passion behind the things we were working on. So thank you guys for all of your time and dedication to the OG. To the Ninjas, Wolves, Lobos out at Holloman, and our Coyotes in the OSF, I've been thinking a lot recently about the past and the future. And while I'm really proud of all the work that you guys do, the most cherished gift, being the OG, is each of you as a person. It's you individually. You guys are the future of the OG. I'm always going to cherish my time that I've had serving with you and flying with you. And I can't wait to see what you guys all accomplish in the future. Lastly, I want to thank my family. Rudy is, that's your cue. Colby and Luke, you know it's been really stressful for me at times. Being on the phone all night long, missing weekend duties, leaving you home alone for weekends at a time. Thank you guys for hugging me when I needed it and for supporting me through the tough days. Everyone was very excited to see my husband get flowers. I don't forget it, but Ryan, or Beast, I guess it's the Beast, the original Beast, since we have another Beast. I don't know. You're my rock, you're my best friend. You know what I've been going through. Thank you so much for your support. You've really held me up throughout this and probably talked me off the ledge a few times as well. Thank you. With that, I'm done. It's truly been a pleasure and an adventure. I'm really going to miss ops. I'm kind of sad to move on to new things, but I'm glad I get to stay in the wing and support the mission and the people that I love. Taj, take care of the OG. You're really lucky to be a part of this family, and I know you're going to enjoy the ride as well. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we invite Colonel Van Brunt and Colonel Comer to join Colonel Savageau at center stage, where command of the 944th Operations Group will be formally passed from Colonel Savageau to Colonel Comer. Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force Special Order G-06 under the provisions of Air Force Instruction 51-604. Colonel Trena Savageau relinquishes command of the 944th Operations Group, 944th Fighter Wing, Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. Effective 6 August 2021, Colonel Brett Comer assumes command of the 944th Operations Group by direction of Colonel Van Brunt, Commander, 944th Fighter Wing, Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the Commander, 944th Operations Group, Colonel Brett Comer.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. What an honor it is to be joining the 944th Operations Group as its commander. A warm welcome to everyone, Team Luke that's here today, all the friends and family, everyone here, all the group commanders and leaders in the front row, the senior leaders. I really appreciate it. The chiefs, thanks for being here today. I also want to send a warm welcome to the members of the 944th Operations Group. I really am in awe and excited to join your team, and thanks so much for being here today. Having sat in your seat before, I know this is the time of the change of command ceremony where you hope the new commander's speech is short. I intend to keep it short, so please bear with me as I thank a few important people and say a few words. First, I have to thank my wing commander, Colonel Smash Van Brunt, for presiding over the ceremony today, and for more importantly, giving me the awesome opportunity to command such a fantastic organization. Louise and I have been looking forward to joining you and Laura here at Luke, and we are really looking forward to joining your team. I will give it up my all, boss. Thanks for the opportunity. I would like to say thank you to Colonel Hack Savageau for passing me the operations group. That's such a superb organization. Hack, I plan to take your lead and do my best to keep the OG performing at the top of its game. Thanks for your efforts towards getting the organization where it is today, in particular your efforts to stand up the 2nd Fighter Squadron, which we will later witness in the ceremony. You're an awesome leader, fighter pilot, and you did an amazing job at the 94th Operations Group Commander. Thank you. To the 944th Operations Group Honorary Commanders, Ms. Karen Hanks, Ms. Kate Hopeman, thanks for your support you provided HAC, as well as the 944th Operations Group. It's so great to see such a high level of community involvement and support in the organization. Thank you. To my active duty counterpart, the 56th OG Commander, Colonel Bonsai Watkins, thanks for being here today. I was so excited to learn that I'd be working with you. Having known you since we were stationed in Korea together many years ago, I know it's going to be great to have the opportunity to work with an old friend. I'm really looking forward to working with you to solve problems and make the team even better here at Luke. I also want to thank the people who have already gone out of their way to welcome me and my family to the team. My commanders and deputies, Lieutenant Colonel Vapor Sullivan, his wife Jenny, Lieutenant Colonel Samuel Corcoran, Lieutenant Colonel Bolt Gazette, Lieutenant Colonel Sting Cole, and Lieutenant Colonel Bags Warner. Thanks, guys, for welcoming me and getting me up to speed, and for taking a little time to answer my dumb questions. I want to also say a special thank you to Lieutenant Colonel Thumper Hedges, who couldn't be here today, and his wife Griselli, who were like our sponsor family. Thumper and Griselli really went out of their way to get me and my family settled and up to speed. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I also want to recognize the people who are responsible for the ceremony today. I know this is not an all-inclusive list, but I wanted to thank some of the key players. Big thanks to Lieutenant Colonel Nacho Weedman, Lieutenant Colonel Rex Whitener, Major Anchor Man, Major Flash Edwards, Major Rudy Fletcher, our MC, Major Born Peddler, PA Monique Rowe, and our guide on bearer, who was mentioned earlier, Jackie Flores. Mr. Rodney Winfield and his team for protocol, Chaplain Lorente, our national anthem singer, Miss Lee, and of course the Honor Guard. Thank you so much for your guys' efforts today. Appreciate that. I would be remiss if I did not say a few words about some people that are important to me who were able to be here today. First, to my wife, Louise, who agreed to take the big plunge and give up the comforts of a relatively stable life in Texas for the past 13 years. I would like to say thank you. I know I don't say it enough. You are tremendously caring, strong, and devoted to our family and to me. Thanks for your continued support to the Air Force and my career. I love you. To my beautiful kids, Gabby, Grace, and Gavin, thanks so much for hanging with Dad and supporting me when I told you about our opportunity to move to Arizona and experience something completely new. You have made sacrifices and been all in from the beginning. Thank you, and I love you. To my mom and dad, who were both able to travel here from out of town, thanks so much for your love and support. Thanks for providing me the foundation and tools in life that enabled me to be in the position today. I love you both. Pitch, Jana, Cosmo, Kelly, and Jonathan, thanks for making the trek here from all over the country. You have all been my friends for a long time, and I greatly appreciate the support you provided Louise and I. Thanks so much for being here today. I had the opportunity to arrive to Luke a few weeks ago. I've met many members from both wings and have been extremely impressed with everyone. The classic association here between the lead wing and the reserve wing is very impressive. It is the benchmark across the Air Force. Every person I've met has been so knowledgeable, professional, and courteous. It has been a privilege to be joining such a strong team. Thank you. The 944th Operations Group, the group that I have the opportunity to join and lead, is a huge part of the reason Luke is so special. A majority of the group's personnel are located here and consist of 3 units: the 69th Fighter Squadron, the Werewolves who fly the F-16s, the 944th Operations Support Flags, the Coyotes who provide support to the other units, and the 944th OG Det 2, the Ninjas who fly the F-35s, who will later become the 52nd Fighter Squadron at the end of the ceremony. As a classic associate unit for the 944th Operations Group, is primarily made up of instructor pilots who embed with the active duty F-35 and F-16 squadrons at Luke. In addition to instructing in these units and having a direct impact on creating the world's best fighter pilots for the Air Force and our coalition partners, they also have the opportunity to play key roles within both the active duty and reserve organizations. In addition to the units at Luke, the 94th Operations Group includes 2 geographically separated units, or GSUs. The 944th Operations Group Det 1 at Holloman does an excellent job training F-16 pilots as a classic associate unit. The other GSU, the 944th OG Operating Location Eglin, is responsible for training F-35 pilots as a classic associate unit. Both organizations are doing so well that there are informal efforts to increase the reserve footprint at both locations. Leading a GSU is difficult because of the distance between home station and the unit's actual location. Despite that challenge, I will do my best to serve and lead these 2 organizations to the best of my ability. Our focus here at Luke and at our GSUs is to train the world's best fighter pilots alongside our active and coalition partners. That was our focus yesterday when I was not the commander, and it remains our focus today as your new commander. I, along with the rest of the OG and squadron support staff, will do our best to support you so you can successfully complete your mission. You are a crucial part of creating the world's best fighter pilots. I want to say thank you to everyone that is here today. What a wonderful opportunity and privilege I have to lead and, more importantly, serve such a fine organization. I am truly humbled. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Comer. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the 944th Operations Group flagship to your left. Next to the F-16 flagship is a dedicated crew chief, Staff Sergeant Sam Strong. At this time, Sergeant Strong will display Colonel Comer's name as the new pilot in command.
Sir, Lieutenant Aircraft 87360.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 944th Operations Group Commander, would you please stand to join us for the reactivation of the 52nd Fighter Squadron and the assumption of command by Lieutenant Colonel Wick Furcron. Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force Special Order Number GS-04 under provisions of the Air Force Instruction 38-101 and effective 6 August 2021, the 52nd Fighter Squadron is activated at Luke Air Force Base, Arizona and assigned to the 944th Operations Group. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Wick Perkron will now assume command of the 52nd Fighter Squadron.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force Headquarters, Special Order Number G-07 under provisions of Air Force Instruction 51-604 and effective 6 August 2021. Lieutenant Colonel Wick Perkron assumes command of the 52nd Fighter Squadron by direction of Colonel Brett Cromer, Commander, 944th Operations Group, 944th Fighter Wing, Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Perkron. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the official party.